Just giving a small disclaimer before I start the video. There are obviously going to be a lot of spoilers regarding the movie Logan in this video, so if you still haven't watched the movie, don't even watch this video. Just save it for later. Go and watch the movie first, then come back. Go ahead. I'll wait. Did you watch it yet? Okay. If you did, welcome to my review and discussion about Logan. Logan was a very good movie. I absolutely loved it. It was just excellent, you know. It was completely amazing, mind-boggling, you know. It blew me away. Now, it's not to say that it didn't have its flaws, though. The thing with the movie is that I'm a very big fan of X-Men, and I think my most favorite character of all time in that franchise, that universe, is Wolverine, without a doubt. Because he's just insanely fucking awesome, you know? He's got those those adamantium claws of his that can pretty much cut through anything. He's practically invincible, immortal, because he regenerates all of his wounds. So, I mean, even though he looks like... He was born in like the 1930s or 40s, but today he would look like he's in his physical prime, you know? However, the movie Logan picks up on a storyline of the comics that is Old Man Logan. So it's basically Wolverine, like, having aged sufficiently enough to make him look like an old man. But it's far into the future. The movie takes place in 2029, which is, like, in the X-Men universe, it's really far into the future. So he's pretty much an old man now. Quite the term. The movie was really good. I mean, I think it was really interesting. After Hugh Jackman played the character for 17 years, it was really... I guess it was time already for him to, you know, say goodbye to him. And everything that, like, he's been saying, the actor and everyone else behind the sets, everything that they've been saying, saying that it was going to be the last movie of Wolverine, Hugh Jackman's last portrayal, everything built up to us already knowing that Wolverine was going to die. And he did. That was one of the things that really didn't sit well with me too bad. I know that he's old and... the actor has been doing the character for nearly 20 years now, and sooner or later he had to bite the dust, but I still didn't like seeing it, especially the way that it happened, you know. I'll get to that in a minute. The movie itself presented a very interesting and intricate storyline of Wolverine finding out that he has a daughter. A technical biological daughter, because she wasn't really conceived by another woman through intercourse, but she did come from his mutant DNA, you know, you could say his sperm cells or what have you, his mutant cells. And she was conceived in a lab, and she grows up and, you know, she'd be pretty much just unleashed on the world. Now, the little girl can take care of herself. I'm not saying that she can't. But the thing is that to see Wolverine having to drag her around the entire movie and protect her, you know, it just kind of slowed the story down a bit. Even if the girl can fight just as well, if not better than him, because she's younger, has more energy. And Wolverine has talons on his hands. She has talons on her hands and her feet, so she's like twice as deadly. The thing is that it's really hard to see Wolverine, as portrayed in the other X-Men movies, suddenly being a fatherly figure. We're not really used to that. And I think it was a very, you know, unique spin on the whole Wolverine character, him having to at some point care for a little girl, but I think it was still a bit anticlimactic, you know, in some degrees. And the fact that he does die in the end trying to protect her, I mean, it was heroic, but Wolverine dying for someone doesn't really seem, you know, I mean, I know he's a good guy at heart, but we're so used to him being an asshole to everyone. It's kind of almost like a culture shock, you know, to see him be that kind of person. Now, the movie had a lot of action. It had action, you know, that belongs in a superhero movie, especially an X-Men movie, which are known for having a lot of action-paced scenes. And at the same time, it was really dramatic, you know, there was a story there, and it was a very good story. It was a very well-woven story. The plot was just brilliant, you know, I'm not saying that it wasn't. It did have its anticlimactic moments, but it was still a very good plot overall in general. And it was the most dramatic Wolverine movie out of all of them, out of, you know, X-Men Origins Wolverine and The Wolverine, you know. And I think that in any other canon storyline that we see Wolverine in the other X-Men movies, it was the best one by far. A lot of drama, the kind that you wouldn't normally expect from a Wolverine movie, but it was still there, it was present. And I really have to applaud the director, the producers, the screenwriters, everyone who worked behind the movie, because it came out perfect, you know. Despite it having its flaws, I still give it a solid 100%. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 95%. I'm going one better and giving it the full 100. Need to really give it all out for Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart. Hugh Jackman, that was probably one of his best portrayals of Wolverine in like his entire time playing that character in the movies. Patrick Stewart did a very good job playing a sort of much older and sort of eccentric Professor Xavier, you know, Charles Xavier. And it was kind of funny seeing him swear so much and just being sort of like like the character that you aren't normally seeing. He's also one who died. He bit the dust, but they made a clone of Wolverine. I forgot the name of it, like some kind of android who, like, it was a younger. They used CGI to make Hugh Jackman look younger. It was very well done, and that clone killed Charles Xavier, and I got really pissed at that. The movie is way too damn violent, by the way. It is extremely bloody. There's a lot of blood, a lot of gore, a lot of really graphic violence. And, I mean, the movie was rated R, for crying out loud, so you can kind of understand why. It was a very well-structured movie, you know. The film was just... it really does deserve an award. I mean, if it doesn't win an Academy Award at the next Oscars, I'm going to be really disappointed. But, you know, I guess that's pretty much all I can say. Just a short review, you know, a short discussion. The movie had its weak points, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it still fared really well. I still enjoyed it a lot. It was I saw it with my cousin, and we've been spending the few days after watching it, discussing it, you know, and whatnot. We've come to the conclusion that it's a very good movie. It wasn't a very good send-off for Wolverine. I mean, the guy is practically immortal. He takes so long to die. He can regenerate from anything. He can regenerate from a drop of blood, for Christ's sake. And he dies by being impaled on a log. Just a big anticlimactic, if you ask me. But still, very good movie. Just one of the... I know the year has barely started, but I've just... you know, it's already the best movie I've seen this year. I think it was very interesting to see the send-off for the character, you know. It was really funny to see some of the scenes where Wolverine, you can tell that he's old. Like, he's working as a limousine driver now, going from shady place to shady place, driving people for money. And when he has to read something, he puts on reading glasses. He looks like a fucking grandpa. It's really funny. But I really did enjoy the movie a lot. I saw it the day it premiered with my cousin, you know. Just couldn't miss it. And I suppose that's pretty much all I can say about it right now. You know, it was just off the top of my head, just everything that I thought about it. Let's see if it's going to win an award at the next Oscars and the next Golden Globes. This is Igor Chesterfield, signing off.